Thank you very much. May we start to settle down. Before we commence with the business of the day, I will introduce myself and we will go through some few housekeeping rules that we need to adhere so that we can have a well ceremony. My name is Usimpiwe wakwamnyande, ndingumqwathu udikela kanoni, uNtswayiba. NdinguNomelitunga, umfazi obelenye. I am the former SRC president of Rhodes University. I am also a student of Rhodes University, and I'm soon to be a graduate this year of Rhodes University. Before we start, I want you guys to give a warm round of applause to yourselves. Can you see? Thank you. So the first rule is that please may I kindly request that we put our phones on silent. And in the case of an emergency, there will be an exit either on the right or left hand of the auditorium. So there's ushers on the right side, there's ushers on the left side. And in the case of an emergency, they will guide you to your nearest exit, which is located at both either your right and to the left side. The time is now 10 to 4. At 4, I will give a signal so that we can rise for the academic procession. So for now, at 4, I will be back here at 2 minutes or 5 to 4 to give an indication of when we may rise for the academic procession. Thank you very much. SRC. As we await the entrance of the SRC is about to enter. I just want to, I think I forgot it when I started my emceeing. I just want to welcome all parents that are here. And I deliberately sang that song of Ndinjinji Ngumama. You must give the praise and all glory to your parents because it's your parents' as actions that you are here today. A round of applause to your parents, please. I also want to acknowledge our CFO, Professor Dave Suri, who is also in the auditorium. A round of applause. May we be upstanding for the entrance of the SRC members and give a warm round of applause to them. SRC. Thank you very much. Leaders, thank you very much. Because of time, I've been tasked with a very important job of keeping us on schedule. Thank you very much to our leadership. May we stand up for the last time and remain standing for the academic procession. Yebo.
Nos
Thank you very much. You may be seated. It is a distinguished honor to welcome the Registrar of Rhodes University to the podium. Thank you very much.
What an auspicious occasion. Good afternoon, Chair of Council, University leadership, distinguished guests, deans, the SRC, esteemed colleagues, parents, caretakers, guardians, but most especially our Rhodes class of 2026. A warm welcome. It is a great privilege for me to open the ceremony and to welcome you all to what I trust will be a memorable occasion, and for our first-year students, the beginning of an extraordinary chapter in your lives. To our first-year students, you have arrived. After many years of study, examinations, applications, and no small amount of anticipation, you are here. You have earned your place at one of South Africa's most distinguished institutions of higher learning, and we are delighted to welcome you to the Rhodes community. It is my suspicion that many of you woke up this morning feeling excited. Others perhaps felt nervous. Some of you, I suspect, had a mixture of the two. And if so, you're in excellent company. It would be pretty unusual not to feel a mixture of anticipation and trepidation as you embark upon this university journey. I can assure you that every person seated on this stage at one point sat exactly where you are now. And every single one of them not only survived, but they thrived. Let me share something that may comfort you. You're not expected to know everything. The university is not a test of what you already know. It is an opportunity to discover what you don't know yet and to develop the skills to find out. The person who sits confidently in the hall today, certain that they have all the answers, will likely learn less than the person who sits here with questions. My advice to you, be curious, be uncertain, and most importantly, be willing to be wrong. These are not weaknesses. They are what I call humilities that make excellent students and excellent leaders. To our parents and our guardians present here today, thank you for entrusting us with your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews. We do not take this responsibility lightly. Your charges are about to join a community that has been shaping minds and lives since 1904. We will challenge them, but we will support them, and occasionally we will frustrate them. But ultimately, we will help them to become the leaders and the citizens that our world so desperately needs. In fact, I'd like to ask you all for a very brief indulgence. It is trite that nobody arrives at the steps of higher education alone. You do not walk this journey alone. We all walk with someone on that path. In that light, I would like to request that the class of 2026, students only, please stand. Now I would like you all to turn to your parents, your guardians, your caretakers that are here, that are not here, that are online, and please, by a round of applause, show them the impact they have had on your lives. Thank you. You may be seated. Now you will permit me a word of gentle advice. University life will present you with choices that you never had before. Myriad choices every day. You will need to decide when to attend the early morning lecture that our alumni call the Dawny, when to sleep in. You'll need to choose between the library and the social event. But here's the secret nobody tells you. The library is not always the answer. Yes, you are here to study. Yes, your academic work is your and our priority. These endeavors are our primary concern. But you are also here to grow and develop into who you are and who you are becoming. I encourage you to join societies, make friends from different backgrounds, attend that poetry reading, try out for some sort of sport, fail at something new. Don't just succeed at what you already know. The greatest education happens not only in the lecture halls, but in the dining halls, on the sports fields, in late-night conversations, and in moments of unexpected connection. And Rhodes is built on this sense of connection. Rhodes University is more than an institution. It is a community. You are joining a family of scholars that stretches back over a century and extends across the globe. The person sitting next to you today may be your lifelong friend, maybe your lifelong enemy, might be your future colleague, might be South Africa's next president, perhaps even the person who changes the course of your life. So, be kind to each other, be generous. Remember that everyone here is fighting their own battle and facing their own challenge. The compassion you show to others will return to you in ways you will never imagine. And that goes for the academic staff as well. Before I conclude my remarks and move to the formal introductions, allow me to say this. You belong here. Whether you are the first in your family to attend a university, or whether academic achievement is your family tradition, whether you traveled across the country or across town, whether you feel entirely prepared or completely overwhelmed, you belong here. We chose you because we saw in your applications not just good marks, but potential, promise, and possibility. Now it is your turn to prove us right. To the class of 2026, I say, welcome home. Your journey begins today. It is now my honor to officially introduce the distinguished members of our university leadership who join us on stage this afternoon. I will ask each of them please to stand as I introduce them. Our Chair of Council, the Honourable Judge Blum. Our Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Monapula Mapesela. Our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Sizwe Mabizela. Our Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Strategic Partnership, Dr. Kwezi Nzilakazi. I would also like to recognize the deans of our faculties who lead the academic faculties of our university. These distinguished scholars serve as both academic leaders and mentors, ensuring excellence within their respective disciplines. While time does not permit individual addresses, I will ask each dean to stand as I call your faculty. The Dean of Humanities, Professor Magadla. The Dean of the Faculty of Science, Professor Dams. The Dean of the Faculty of Commerce, Professor Mahupelwa. The Dean of the Faculty of Education, Professor Rosenberg. the Dean of the Faculty of Pharmacy, Professor Kamanga. And finally, I am the Dean of Law as well as the Acting Registrar. As deans, you will become familiar faces throughout your time here with us as we guide the academic life of our faculties and create the environments that support your success. Finally, I'm delighted to introduce the President of our Student Representative Council, Ms. Magidela. We now ask that before the SRC President delivers her opening address, you please sit back and join us on a journey from the sea to the stars.
The chances of seeing a coelacanth are almost zero. Chances are people may never have seen them. We only knew about coelacanths from the fossil record. Seems to reflect that they went extinct when the dinosaurs died out 70 million years ago. The Coelacanth Genome Project offered to us as South Africans the opportunity to do something that was truly bigger than who we are, an enormous project that was going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars, but that was so scientifically important that we had to try and get it started anyway. You have to be brave. You've got to tackle something big, otherwise you're just going to rediscover what other people already know.
These are my skulls, yeah. I am a forensic anthropologist and archaeologist. The intersection of forensic archaeology and bioarchaeology, it's basically where we come from, where humans come from, how we have evolved over time, and the stories that come with that. I have also had the honor of being named the Sportswoman of the Year at Rhodes this year, which is great. I think the best thing about trying to navigate the sports space as the athlete space as a lecturer is that I am in a place where I'm able to access the students because the university is so small. I was a student number where I came from, and here I actually know my students by name.
The residences play a critical role, of life at Rhodes University, because it's at the residence where they're able to, experience that holistic view of university life. Because here, the students are able to build lifelong friendships, and connections that they'll need later on in life. Welcome to Oriole House, the first female residence at Rhodes University. Obviously, being the first female resident, women were not really allowed in this space of education. So that was a significant moment, not just for the university, but for women in general.
Yes, this is the beautiful. No!
Beautiful. This is a beacon of hope. Science in this institute, it's just going to revolutionize the way we treat cancer.
You know what? I'm privileged because buildings are named after people who were dead. I think they thought of that, but we're standing on her shoulders.
This institute is housing equipment that are worth 250 million rand. And that on its own is really just something that speaks about Prof. Nyoko and the excellence in doing the groundbreaking work.
I love how at the center we play with the word research, like research, re-look at something, developing those deep lenses that where we see the different layers of reality and their multiple colors and dimensions. I traveled a lot. I feel that lab has made me a nomad. And so I was looking for a space that had the whole depth of academic rigor with the openness of trying different things and also pushing the boundaries. So one of the very amazing moments for me here at Rhodes, and I was just coming from home and I started to hear voices and songs. And I was like, oh, what's going on? Is it a presentation? Is it a choir? And suddenly I discovered that it was a protest. But it was of so much beauty and strength and dignity. And I have the feeling that that is very present in the people of Makanda.
Hearing voices. Part of the music department has allowed me to grow in leaps and bounds. I got to perform with many musicians. I never thought I had the opportunity to, but because I was part of the music department, I learned a lot of that, being part of many events. I became a leader because of Rhodes. It gave me the tools, equipped me to become a leader. Strength of the sea and the beauty of the stars from the Eastern Cape. Yeah. All right, let's go for it.
Rhodes University definitely has an important role in my becoming a Rhodes Scholar. I had so many amazing opportunities to grow as a human through being at Rhodes University. I had such amazing lecturers as well who developed me academically and enabled me to have the ability to do well at Oxford and the ability to actually be eligible for Rhodes Scholarship.
I think because the student to staff ratio is so low at Rhodes, the lecturers here are just very pro an open door policy. I've been here 6 years. It's been an experience unlike anything else, to be honest. I've made friends for life, a world-class education. Student life here is great, and I think very different from being in a lot of the big cities. Because it's such a small space, you sort of do have to socialize. Honestly, I think arguably the best days of my life.
That's where I learned the power in his hands.
I'm proud to be a drama student at Rhodes. Many legends of drama in South Africa come from Rhodes University. Hopefully I could be one of them. I am proud of the history of resistance that drama has.
The drama department has really become kind of the heart and soul of the university. So this is Guy Butler. He's the person who started the drama department, the journalism department, as well as the person responsible for the building of the 1820 Settler Monument and the National Arts Festival.
The university was a time for discovery, a time for being critical, being young, trying to shape the world. And so I became an activist. And I should not have been smiling because I was about to be sentenced to jail. That is my girlfriend at the time and now my wife. And we got married when I came out of prison. Also trying to produce a generation or generations of students who would become journalists able to tell the South African story and not just have Rhodes as a victim, as an object of history, but rather that the university can be a subject in making that history.
When I look up at the sky, I feel amazed. It's like a whole other life up there.
Our equivalent for digging into the ground to find the bones of our ancestors is to look further and further away into space, to go and see galaxies and stars. You're actually looking back in time. We wanted to show Africa's competence in areas where people thought that it was not competent.
Square Kilometre Array, the SKA, is the largest radio telescope in the world. It's a very big engineering project.
We didn't just want a telescope, we wanted people. Generating a new generation of scientists in Africa who are now leading radio astronomers.
Astronomy pushes the bounds of knowledge. We learn how to question things out of the box. And I think that's a very useful skill to have. Yeah.
Greetings to the Vice Chancellor, DVCs, Registrar, CFO, Deans, academic, and support staff, SRC alumni, parents, guardians, my council, and most importantly, you, all the first-time entry students. Welcome home. Before anything else, take a deep breath, you've made it. Whether you're feeling excited, overwhelmed, or still trying to understand where you are, I want you to know this. You're exactly where you are meant to be. We have been eagerly awaiting your arrival because we know that you're carrying an impact that no other generation has brought to Rhodes University. Your presence here matters. On behalf of the Student Representative Council, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Rhodes University, an institution that has stood for 122 years as a space of academic excellence, transformative leadership, and courageous thought. Rhodes University is not simply a place of study, it is a living community, a tradition of questioning, and a home for those brave enough to grow. Today, you become a part of that story. My name is Taletu Makidela, and I have the honor of serving as your SRC president. I was born in the spirited town of Umtata, here in the Eastern Cape, a place shaped by people who are relentless in their pursuit of something better for themselves, for their communities, as well as for their families. I'm a third-year Bachelor of Sciences student, and just a few years ago, I was seated exactly where you are right now. When I arrived at Rhodes, I felt nervous and overwhelmed by the weight of expectation. I felt like I'd been dropped into the deep end, unsure if I could swim. Yet alongside that anxiety, I carried hope, carefully, almost fearfully, knowing that I did not come here to fail or to take a back seat. There was so much to accomplish, even if I didn't yet know how. My journey here was far from straightforward. My offer was finalized just 2 days before registration, while I was all the way in Gauteng. I remember packing in a rush, my heart pounding, not fully knowing where I was going or what awaited me. I arrived in Makanda after a long and exhausting drive from the East London airport with my grandma, who had driven all the way to make sure that I could make it. Registration was overwhelming. I walked endlessly between Barrett and the Student Bureau, trying to finalize my registration while my NSFAS status was still under evaluation. It was difficult, uncertain, and emotionally draining. But what stayed with me the most was the humanity. One of the student ushers, Tato, kept on checking on me, offering me reassurance and kindness in a moment where I felt invisible and needed it the most. And in that moment, I learned something that has stayed with me ever since. Belonging often begins with one person choosing to care. When I was allocated residence to Dingerman's house and walked in for the first time, I was met with joyful singing, warmth, and right there, I knew I was home. I formed meaningful friendships, developed a deep sisterhood, and began to understand that Rhodes is more than just lecture halls, libraries, and deadlines. Rhodes University is a place where friendships are formed in corridors, night conversations, and where growth happens slowly, sometimes quietly, but always meaningfully. In time, this campus will become familiar, these paths will become certain, and people around you will begin to feel like home. It is okay if you feel unsure right now. Many of us have asked ourselves the same questions that you're asking yourself. Do I belong here? Will I cope? Will I find my place? And the answer to all of those questions are yes. Not because you are perfect or prepared, but because you're willing to learn, to grow, and to try. You're entering an institution made up of diverse academic homes. Rhodes University has 6 faculties. Across these faculties, you'll find academics who are leaders in their respective fields, both nationally and internationally. Despite the fact that they're leaders in those respective fields, they're intentional about your success. They practice an open door policy and are willing to listen, guide, challenge, and support you. Use that. Ask questions. Seek help early. You're not expected to walk this journey alone. Rhodes University is a space that encourages leadership that is rooted in service. That belief is what led me to run for head student during my 2nd year and to eventually serve as your president. Leadership here is not about titles. It begins in the everyday choices, how you treat others, how you speak up, and how you refuse to accept injustice as normal. It is about showing up, caring deeply, and acting with integrity. As the Student Representative Council, we stand alongside you, and we are a council that is comprised of 16 committed student leaders, each responsible for portfolios that serve every aspect of student life, from academics, residences to transformation, wellness, disability, and community engagement. Our role is to not speak over you, but to amplify your voices, advocate for your needs, and ensure that students remain at the center of every conversation. We want to be clear with you. We may not always see eye to eye, and there will be moments of disagreement, and that is a part of democracy and growth. But every decision we make as the Student Representative Council will be made in the best interest of the student body, because we are for the students, by the students. We are accountable to you, and we will always be there to listen, to act, and to stand with you. As you begin this chapter, I want you to hold on tightly to your why, and at its core, that why is your education. You are here to receive an education, not only to earn a qualification, but to expand your mind, sharpen your thinking, and equip yourself with the tools to question the world around you. Education is the key that unlocks opportunity. It allows you to move from survival to choice, from limitation to possibility. For many of us, education is not just personal, it is generational. It carries the hopes of families, communities, and futures that are counting on you. There will be moments when lectures feel heavy, when deadlines pile up, and when the pressure becomes overwhelming. In those moments, remember that every class you attend, every assignment you submit, and every exam you write is an investment in your freedom. Education gives you the power to think critically, to challenge injustice, to imagine alternatives, and to build solutions where none existed before. So when the journey feels demanding, and it will, return to your why. Remember that education can change the trajectory of your life, it can change the story of your family, and ultimately, it can change society itself. Rhodes University offers a wide range of support services, from mental health and wellness to mental support, residence life, equity initiatives that protect dignity and challenge injustice. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it is an act of courage. Some of you are the first in your family to be here, others are continuing a legacy. All of you are here to create your own footprint. You are not here by mistake, you are here by merit, courage, and purpose. Rhodes will shape you, but you will also shape Rhodes. First-time entry students of 2026, welcome to possibility, welcome to responsibility, and welcome to a community that extends beyond the campus and makes us important to this whole town. Thank you.
I believe very firmly, to the very core of my being, in the power of education to transform lives, break cycles of poverty, but also to free the potential of a young person.
When we were students at high school here, we regarded Rhodes as the university that is not meant for the community.
Well, I didn't think university was for children like me who come from such families.
When the Vice Chancellor was inaugurated, he spoke about Rhodes University being of Makanda and for Makanda. That was a commitment to being a part of the solutions that Makanda needs.
The 9-10s mentoring program is a structured mentoring program that pairs grade 12 learners with Rhodes University mentors.
The impact of the 9-10s program has seen a 5-fold increase in the number of learners that we are able to see at Rhodes University.
I never expected anything, and I never got anything from my parents, but I got everything in the form of education.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm certain you can now all see why this university is where leaders learn. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the great pleasure of requesting our Vice Chancellor, who you may have seen dancing on social media. Prof, if you're not aware, you're trending. And it is these actions that endure our Vice Chancellor to students and staff alike, as they are a living display of humility he espouses as part of the Rhodes Way. Ladies and gentlemen, your Vice Chancellor, Professor Sizwe Mabizela.
Chair of Council, Honorable Judge Bloom, Rhodes University leadership and staff, President and other members of the Student Representative Council, proud parents, siblings, families, and guardians, and most of all, our new students. Today is a day that you can feel very pleased with yourself. 22,000 matriculants applied for the places that the 1,720 gathered here have been offered. You are the cream of the crop, and we are very pleased to have you here at Rhodes University, where leaders learn. Among you are pioneers, the first in your families to attend university. You are Masupatsila, pathfinders. If that is you, we will provide you with the light to illuminate your path. Also, among you are students from families with a long and proud association with Rhodes University. We do hope that you went under pressure to come to Rhodes. But we know that you will carry the torch with pride and dignity as those before you have done. A special shout out to Makanda students, including those from our 9-10s mentoring program and the university bridging program, which you just saw in the video shortly. We are immensely proud of all of you. And parents and guardians, thank you for entrusting Rhodes University with your children's education, both academically and for life. Rhodes University is one of a kind. 124 years ago, 4 teachers at St. Andrew's College had a dream to create a university. At that time, Grahamstown was the second largest city in the Cape Colony. The city was losing its young people to further education in Europe or to war. Those teachers were determined to keep the brightest and the best, people just like you, in the community to support its growth. As with every new venture, those founders faced huge challenges in achieving their dream. But after 2 years, they did it. And now, all of us and all of you have the opportunity to be the beneficiaries of that vision. The leadership of Rhodes University, in its 122-year history, has always reflected the times we live in. In 1905, Rhodes University admitted its first female student. In 1946, we gained autonomy from the University of South Africa so that we were not constrained by the restrictions of the government of the time. In the 1970s, we defied the Group Areas Act to start our journey of transformation. In 1988, we provided the first connection for the internet in Africa. And today, we're probably the last remaining liberal arts university in the country, where curious young minds can explore their many and varied interests across a very varied curriculum. Some of you may be studying pharmacy, possibly fine art. Others, a more conventional degree in law. But the point is this: here, you have the choice to flex your intellectual muscles to achieve excellence in anything you choose to pursue. Since the very beginning, Rhodes University has consistently produced the best undergraduate pass and graduation rates of any South African university. We have enviable postgraduate success rates and outstanding research output per academic staff member. As one of South Africa's few research-intensive universities, we prioritize impactful research, knowledge creation, and postgraduate excellence. This means that even at undergraduate level, you may be taught by academics who are producing new knowledge, academics who are national and international experts and leaders in their fields of research, and who will not only teach you what they know, but will share with you some of the latest thinking and developments in their fields of research. And because we are a small university, they will know you, they will know your name. They will know you when you are struggling, and they will know when you are flying. A Rhodes University education goes beyond a degree qualification. It shapes you into a compassionate, engaged global citizen. We prepare you for a life of service. Service to your family, service to your community, service to your nation, and service to humanity. Our goal is to nurture ethical leaders committed to social justice and human development, visionaries who strive to create a better world with courage and conviction. We champion academic excellence alongside empathy through our community engagement initiatives. Through our community engagement initiatives, you'll have opportunities to become important part of the Amakanda community. By bringing your knowledge to people in the local community and by listening to their stories, you have the chance to unlock a real understanding of the issues facing society. Nothing prepares you for the world quite like these personal engagements and relationships. You'll hear us describing Rhodes University as a place where leaders learn. You'll have opportunities to develop leadership skills through student societies and sports clubs, in roles as subwardens, house committee members, and as student representative council members. So, what can you expect from the start of lectures next week? University life is a journey of learning, self-discovery, and phenomenal growth. Your time here will be among the most memorable and rewarding years of your life. The start of your university life also marks a transition from school to university and into adulthood, both exciting and challenging. We are here to support and guide you in order to ensure that this transition is a smooth and fulfilling experience. As a university student, you will enjoy much freedom and independence than you ever have before. But always remember that freedom and independence come with greater personal responsibility. You are now responsible for your future, making your own decisions and choices that will shape your path. Some decisions may be small and inconsequential, while others may be big and possibly life-changing. That is in the nature of life. Life is shaped by choices and decisions, each with consequences. While you have the freedom to choose, remember that you are also accountable for the outcomes of your choices and decisions. You will meet people from different backgrounds, be it racial, cultural, social, linguistic, ethnic, or geographic. People with views, ideas, beliefs, and perspectives that are different to yours. These interactions will significantly broaden your perspectives and enrich your educational experience. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who inspire, motivate, and support your growth while keeping you accountable on your journey. Friendships and networks you will form at Rhodes University will last you a lifetime. Here, you'll have the chance to do and be whatever you want to be, just like our founders. But remember that with personal freedom comes greater responsibility, and Rhodes University, like any other community, has its rules and policies. First and foremost, never forget where you come from. Never forget the sacrifices that have been made for you to be here at Rhodes. And never, even for a moment, forget what you are here for. 2, as a young adult with great independence and freedom, you must now rely on your own wisdom and inner strength to guide you as you navigate life and its pitfalls. Remember to take care of yourself, especially as you encounter new experiences and challenges. 3, every person at Rhodes University deserves to be treated with courtesy, respect, and dignity. There is no place at Rhodes University for behavior motivated by racism, sexism, misogyny, patriarchy, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, or any other form of intolerance, bigotry, prejudice, discrimination, or chauvinism. 4, we have a zero tolerance to sexual or gender-based harm at Rhodes University. Any student found guilty of sexual harm of any form will be permanently excluded from Rhodes University. 5, Rhodes University does not tolerate any form of initiation. Treating another person in a degrading or dehumanizing manner has no place at Rhodes University. 6, Rhodes University has a zero tolerance for drug use and alcohol abuse. These can impair your judgment, compromise your safety, and hinder your success. 7, be mindful of the risks of social media. It can be used for bullying, spreading false information, and causing harm. What you post is permanent and may have lasting consequences. So think before you share. One mistake now could exclude you from jobs and opportunities in your future. 8, we are a community that is animated by ideas. The foundation of our intellectual pursuit are ideas. We foster an environment where free speech thrives, but never as a shield for hatred and violence. 9, academic success at Rhodes University requires active engagement and strong discipline. University study is demanding. Manage your time wisely, set high standards, and stay committed. Develop independence, persistence, and a strong work ethic. Don't hesitate to seek help when needed. Embrace the challenges and discomfort as essential for growth and success. And finally, academic dishonesty is a serious and dismissible offense in our university. Whilst Rhodes University is at the cutting edge of technological advancement, the misuse of AI programs to cheat in writing assignments and other forms of assessment is unacceptable and will not be tolerated. All of that said, Rhodes University is a place of ideas. Rhodes embodies a pioneering spirit. It is part of our DNA. A university is a democratic space where diverse views thrive, fostering open debate and intellectual growth. As I've indicated, ideas are the lifeblood of our academic pursuit. We respect your individuality, recognizing that growth comes from diversity, not conformity. We embrace different perspectives, encourage differences of opinion, and celebrate uniqueness. There's nothing we want more than to see you succeed in your studies and developing into a well-educated, responsible, and successful citizen of the world. If you face challenges, know that our academic and professional staff are there to support you. We are committed to helping you achieve your goals and making your university experience positive, rewarding, and fulfilling. We are all aware that issues of mental health, depression, and anxiety are prevalent in higher education, in our country, and elsewhere in the world. I appeal to you to support those facing these challenges. Together, we must work to destigmatize mental illnesses so that everyone can feel safe and comfortable to seek help without fear or judgment. You can always call on our dedicated professional staff to help you with a variety of personal challenges. Self-harm, substance abuse, or suicide are never the answer. If you are struggling, don't suffer in silence. Please seek help. We are all each other's keeper. Let us look out for one another. So get to know yourself, challenge your capabilities, understand your limits, express yourself, and seek help when you need it. Just by being here, you have already shown that with determination, resilience, and tenacity, you can overcome even the most daunting of challenges. Nothing can stand in the way of your dreams. Use your time at Rhodes wisely, discover your passion, and find your purpose in life. May your journey at Rhodes University unlock your full potential, helping you discover your unique self and your role in building a better society and a better world. In all that you do, remember Stephen Covey's advice. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Don't forget that. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. So stay focused on your goals. We wish you every success in the years ahead. Welcome to a place of imagination, curiosity, and creativity. A place where ideas matter, where hope thrives and opportunities abound. Welcome to the university where leaders learn. Welcome to Rhodes University. Asante sana. Zikomo kwambiri, ndatenda, enkosi, ngiyalibonga, ngiyabonga, ngiyalibuka, ndolibuka, ngiyathokoza, inkomo, olshaya spasiebo, baya danki, merci beaucoup, tante grazie, obrigado. Thank you very much.
Halala Rhodes University, halala. Halala Rhodes University, halala. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I now declare you the coolest Vice Chancellor in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, and those who do not identify, as we come to the ending of this ceremony, I am going to request that we all rise for the national anthem. I have a small request. I've been requested to ask that when we sing the national anthem, we stand at salute. I'm going to demonstrate. We stand like this. We do not use other postures. The only person in charge of using this posture is the President of the Republic of South Africa. So please rise for the national anthem. And please may we remain standing after the national anthem for the departure of the academic procession. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That marks the end of our proceedings. The ushers on the left and right will help with exiting the auditorium. Thank you very much. Welcome to Rhodes University.